back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder here. So we're getting towards the end of the pirates specifically and the pirate characters. Today we have an interesting one that is an upgrade character to a specific faction. So Anne Bonny, very famous or infamous as it were. So let's take a look at and see what she will bring to the table. She's very specific, and you have to have not only the specific force, but also the specific special character in mind. So what do we mean here? So she's a 3-point upgrade character, obviously nationalities pirates, but can only be included in a force commanded by Calico Jack Rackham, which means then whatever force he has available, right, she can go in there, but prerequisite, you have to have him too. Now she's not giving us any command range or command points, right? She doesn't do that, but she does actually come with 2 special rules, which is pretty cool because she really can buff a unit for close combat with this. So brawlers, we've seen that several times, but just to recap, so the unit can roll an additional d10 for each natural 10 rolled during a fight test to attempt to score an additional hit or more hits. Now, natural 10s rolled with the bonus dice don't trigger more because that could get absurd if you just have really hot dice. But basically, when you're getting in a good round of combat, and hopefully you do get a couple of 10s there, that could be one where, hey, let's take full advantage of that and hopefully get a couple more hits out of that. So if we can stack things in our favor too, just where we're getting a lot of hits to begin with, but then those 10s, when they happen, can give us a couple more, which really can make it pretty overwhelming and one-sided, which is what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to have the fight be as much in our favor as absolutely possible. So great ability there. So keep in mind, whatever unit you stick her in, right, we definitely want to take full advantage of that. Now, on the other hand, for all these little 3 points here, basically we're also getting a second ability, and that is Tough, and Tough is a great one. If this unit ends an activation with any amount of fatigue and it didn't push or gain any during the activation, it may remove a point of fatigue at the end of its activation. So great when we have like a free turn where we're not necessarily charging in and taking the fatigue from fighting there, but just nice to have when we don't want to spend other like command points, etc., on removing fatigue or using our own actions, right? We can just relax here with Tough, maybe take a turn off, maybe do some shooting, but not getting involved in combat, and hey, we're just going to get some free fatigue removal from that. So all in all, always welcome to see both abilities, and great to have on one character here, much less for a measly 3 points. But wait, there's more. She does have an extra ability here. When this unit does perform a fight action, the target unit must roll an additional die on any resulting fatigue test. So another fun wrinkle to her abilities here. And we're just we're piling on basically the damage or the after effects of our close combat, right? Ideally, we would love to just wipe the enemy out, but when we can force them to take extra or roll extra dice, and it's not a good thing for them, that's always going to be very welcome. So there is, of course, another lady here, which we'll have in our next video if you know your pirate history. But for, again, a measly 3 points, you have a whole lot of ability here. Again, it is very much limited to, you got to be running Calico Jack. So, you don't, there's literally no other instance where we're going to see her fielded, but it does take Jack, and then if you're running her, right, it does make him and his force overall a little bit better. If you can afford the extra 3-point investment, not a problem at all. So well worth taking there. Also really cool model as well, and love the dark red on the paint job there. But yeah, definitely one to consider, guys. So take a look at Anne Bonny. Now, if you haven't run Calico Jack before, worth getting maybe some reps with just his force. But here you have a nice little force multiplier for another 3-point upgrade, which really you should look at in conjunction with the points invested for him, and then see where that fits in best for running him in a force. Let us know, guys, if you've run Anne Bonny. Has she made a difference in your games? Hit us up in the comments, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.